Hello everybody and welcome to this amazing Let's Discuss of Dead by Daylight. Today we're going to talk about the developer stream that was definitely interesting as it threw a lot of players, including myself, into quite the rage. Possibly the most misunderstood message was put out there and it kind of put a lot of us on the fence. And, well, instead of me just telling you what it was, it's just better you watch it.
Another question, playing killers was fun a long time ago, but now it's only stressful. That's an opinion, a valid opinion, but that's an opinion. I used to love playing as a killer, win or lose, it was fun, but currently no matter what, it's just filled with stress and anger. Killers aren't feared anymore. Do you have any plans or ideas how you would like to improve the killer experience? Well, I would say maybe try Survivor for a bit. No, but it's true. I mean, change it up. Maybe you're just tired, or play something else for a week. Try Civilization or something, just for a refreshing change.
Oh man, that was devastating to hear. But don't get the pitchforks and torches out just yet. There was an apology issued near immediately after the stream ended that helped to clarify what he really meant, and this one I'll go ahead and read. I'd like to start by apologizing to the amazing Dead by Daylight community for my comment during the Twitch stream this week. I reacted poorly to a very valid concern with a flippant remark that was not appropriate. It's not easy to maneuver through these live shows, to always keep proper line of communication, and on this occasion, I failed. I preach respect, I need to show a better behavior. What I was trying to express is that I care deeply about the fact that Dead by Daylight should be a pleasant, exciting, and rewarding experience for players. All of us on the dev team are doing our best to give you a game free of frustrations and pain. We will keep at it, and it will continue to get better. I know a lot of us have been playing intensely for a long time now, and sometimes, if playing the game makes you feel stressed or angry to the extent that you are not enjoying it, it's okay to take a break. For a moment, that's all. The whole team is here, committed to keeping this game alive for years to come. We strive every single day to improve it and make your experience in it as fun and satisfying as it can be. And we want you to be back, again and again for as long as possible. We'll be here, working hard to bring you a more solid and healthy game that'll be able to support more and more new content that will hopefully blow your minds over and over again. Signed, Matthew Coate. Apology accepted. Not exactly needed, but it has calmed a lot of us down from what I get. So let's unpack what he said on stream and what he really meant. His answer was a legitimate suggestion that we should take to heart. He is suggesting that we just take a break from playing killer if it is so stressful, and to this I agree. However, going to play Survivor is not an option since it's simply too easy. I go to killer because I'm done playing Survivor, and the idea of playing killer being different from Survivor, I can't exactly go back. And we begin to walk in circles, going back and forth, unable to find a happy balance since one of these is too easy for me and the other one is too stressful. Yet the real damaging part is his suggestion to play another game, and normally I'd agree with a small break away from Dead by Daylight, as sometimes taking a step back can revitalize my desire to play the game. Again, though, I look at this and answer that I already have been playing other games and taking time away from my content creation of streaming Dead by Daylight in order to play something else. Final Fantasy III, Vermintide, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Dynasty Warriors 9 have all been on my plate to play and achievement hunt, but upon returning to Dead by Daylight, my stress doesn't decrease. A break is not enough. The reason I become so frustrated and angered by what he said is that he's ignoring the core issues and suggesting that simply a break will fix the problems we're having as killers. The issues with killers are vast, and it's always a struggle to ever get a buff that makes Survivor's difficulty rewarding and challenging while also removing stress from killers. Additionally, this moment has solidified the idea that killers getting the help they need to be rewarding for players is not on the way. We've seen this with the last patch, where they made an intentional change that was heavily condemned by the community as a whole. They had to revert the changes to keep the killers in the game, as they believed that adding more weaknesses to the killers was a needed quality of life change to the game. But in truth, what that quality of life change did was remove the skill required to be a survivor, ergo removing the challenge, and continuing to add more stress and problems for the killer. Playing Survivor is not exactly a challenge, and I'm stuck in a place where the game will not find a proper balance with the asymmetrical style it has taken up. Killers should be strong and survivors should struggle. The idea here isn't that killers should expect an easy 4 kills, but instead they don't really get to choose the outcome of the match, therefore they should not be punished by the limitation placed on them from the mechanics of the game. What I mean by this is, survivors typically die due to their own mistakes. Killers have a limitation to how well they can perform based on the killer that they play. Due to this, survivors must make mistakes in order for the killer to succeed and take advantage of. Survivors have to fail at stealth and then be chased down, and then make mistakes during the chase to get hit. They must do their best to buy as much time as a survivor to grant their allies the chance to get all the generators powered and open the gate at the end of the game. And at this end, killers can't always dictate the outcome or apply much of an influence, if at all. If a killer makes a mistake while trying to act upon an opening, then the survivor is rewarded as if they never even made a mistake in the first place. And this is a problem with the current state of the game, but we as killers have been able to manage through the game, albeit stressful and rage-inducing. As Not Queen, the community manager, put it, we should view the game as players instead of killers and survivor mains. We should balance the game for what is best for all players as a whole instead of attempting to appease one side. I agree with this notion, but as a player of both sides, it is clear that one side outweighs the other. If killers need a buff to help bring the challenge to survivors while also granting killers a much desired end game, I believe this would benefit us all together, not as a killer main, not as a survivor main, but this helps drive challenge, end game, and something for us who are higher in the ranks to look forward to. But we're not here to talk about the balance of the game, we're here to talk about the comment that was made by Matthew. He isn't wrong, honestly. Taking a break might help others relieve stress from the game, but I just disagree with the notion we should encourage each other to leave if we're not having fun. This is a community worth growing, and a game that can absolutely get the changes it needs to in order to be the best that it can be. This game is more than just a game. Dead by Daylight is a gathering of people, a community that brings us together as friends, family, or rivals even. I've made several bonds and friends throughout my time playing this game, and I don't intend to give that up just yet. I want to continue to help being a voice of reason and logic when it comes to this community in this game. I want to see this community grow. I want to overcome the problems that plague this community in the game. So even though I don't believe Matthew's got the time to watch my discussion here, I think it's important to say that I accept your apology, Matthew, and thank you so much for making even an effort to type something out to help calm my fears. I had sent out a tweet about how I would have to find another game to fill the hole in my heart, because this is a community to me, not just a game. Anyone who tells me Dead by Daylight's just a game, if you're not having fun, leave. It's not true. I have a community here. I have people who care about this game. It gives me something in common with such a great amount of nice, wonderful, amazing people, and I want to thank you all for being that amazing person. With that being said, I've come to respect a man who has made a game that brought a community together that I've come to care so deeply about. A man who is human, that can make mistakes, but means well for us as a community. Therefore, I hope that we all look past this and instead look towards the future to put this misunderstanding behind us. We know he didn't mean to disrespect anybody, and his message was just simply misunderstood. I'm happy that he is willing to talk to us every Thursday on a developer stream, and I hope that we get to continue this form of communication. It is what drives us to do better and work towards a more balanced and fun game for everybody. So what did you think? How did you interpret his message? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me all your opinions on how you feel about this. Are you able to look forward? Do you have hopes for the future of Dead by Daylight? I'll be sure to read as many comments as I can. Thank you all, and as always, good game.